All set?
Mm-hmm.
That's recording now. Okay. So as not to get the cart in front of the horse, we do want to take that nut off the lock. So talk about the purpose of that lock for a quick second. Most people know, I suppose, but the lock is a rather vital component on the rear wheel. Locking the rubber to the wheel, right? So, well, the bottom line is, if the rubber shifts on the wheel, if you did a wheelie or something, you come down and the tire wants to spin, but the rim doesn't, then you're going to shear off your valve stem. It'll shift the position of the valve stem, and it may even shift it enough, especially on the rear wheel, because there's a lot of torque going on back there, that it will shear the stem, and then you got nothing. So we got some lubrication on this side. We're going to soak the other side. That's just dish soap and water. That's all that is. That's going to be a tight tire to come off. I think I can already tell that's going to have to come off of that bucket. I'm just not going to get the leverage I need with it sitting up there. So now, consider the lock first. We need to get the lock to drop in. Use the makeshift hammer. It's moving, I can feel it moving. It's not dropping in very far. Anyway, let's see if we can get this tire to come up off the rim a bit. Always start at the stem. I'm just going to put a little torque on that and see how it's feeling. Let's see, that's feeling like way too much. If you can't get the tire to move, within a reasonable amount of torque, then it's not sitting down. The tire, the bead of the tire, the edge of that tire has to sit down. There's a groove there where the spokes are in, right? So that bead has to drop down into that groove. Part of the reason why it won't is the lock. And that is the most challenging part of the whole process, to get that lock out of there. There. So that's dropped down. Now that tire will drop in. Once again, lubrication. Lots of it. See there? That's starting to lift. It's almost just falling off now. Okay, now you want something blunt. Push that tube. Keep that stem out of the hole. Give me the stem. Use that as a handle to get hold of your tube. And make gravity work for you wherever you can. Oh look, a heavy duty tube. How nice. Okay, we already know this tire was flat. It's actually getting a new tire. Oh, look at that. Wow. I've never been into this tube yet. Someone rather cheaped out and tried to duct tape the tube sealed. And you can see, guys, how well that works. Duct tape is really not the answer. That's too funny. That's laughable. Alright, so because we're not just into a repair, if I was just into a repair, that's as far as I'd go as far as removal of tire bits, because we just change out the tube or patch the tube and reinstall. But we're into a full change of tire. So we still have, oh yeah, there's a fair deal of lubrication on there. I'll give it a little more. Or just get a bar in. Now, oh, lost that one. Okay. Just work this way. It's surprising the hold that this still has. Anyway, just inch by inch. The tire's off. Stopper we were talking about. Like I say, just a rubber block. When that tire goes back on, it's important that block has to be up over the bead in order to get that tire back on the rim. If you've got this locked under the bead, Mr. Man, you are not going to get that tire on the rim. Well, you might get it on the rim, but you'll tear the bead all to pieces, and then your lock won't work. and your tire won't sit on the rim proper. Speaking of sitting on the rim proper, let's have a look at this other tire for a second. The new tire that's going on the bike. The tires are going to have, should have a flashlight. 1 second. Oh, have I got it there? Ah. Tires are going to have a little ridge around them. You can see this one's got a number of lines around there. If you look at the tire afterwards, you can use those lines, those fine little lines. Most of the time the tire will just have one fine little line. After the tire is mounted to the rim, check all the way around the rim, and that line should be pretty much even, the full circumference. Yeah. If it isn't, it's not popped out. The bead hasn't popped out on the rim where it should be. So anyway, I think that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.